Hey there, welcome back. This month I want to show you a great move to gain or improve hip mobility. If you've ever been told in one of your lessons that you're a swayer or a slider, it's because you either have a motor pattern dysfunction, which means your brain is not understanding how to control your pelvis, or you have a hip mobility restriction or a glute strength dysfunction. Meaning, hips could be mobile, but glutes aren't supporting what's happening, so they just slide, okay? It's one of those three. Anyway, this month I want to show you a great exercise you can use to help improve your hip mobility. I'm going to use an elevated table. You might have a couch, some kind of massage table, or just some kind of elevated surface you can use at home, whether it's a box, whatever it may be, okay? So for us, we're trying to get to 90 degrees at the leg. The knee is right in front of the hip. I'm trying to lay that knee down with good posture. If you're doing this stretch and you have the mobility to go ahead and come forward, I want to see you do it with a neutral spine. Nothing rounded out where you're cheating the stretch, okay? Same thing on the other side. I'm trying to get to 90 degrees. The knee is right in front of the hip. Trying to lay that down. And in both sides, I'm getting a great stretch out in my piriformis and in my gluteus medius. Those are two vital muscles that control how the pelvis functions, okay? If you look at me as a right-handed golfer, my trail hip, I'm looking to get my femur bone to rotate into that hip socket. I can feel my glute turn on, that's stabilizing it. Lead hip, I'm trying to get that femur bone to rotate into the hip socket. Feel that glute turn on there, okay? Right-handed golfer, lead hip, when I go into my backswing, this needs to be able to rotate kind of out of the socket, if you will. It's called external rotation. And then I go into impact, my trail hip, it's doing the same move where it's doing external rotation, where the femur bone is kind of rotating out of the socket, if you will. If any of those four directions of hip mobility are limited, you're going to have problems with swaying and sliding, okay? So add this hip mobility drill to your week, to your day, multiple times a day if you've got super tight hips. It's going to help loosen up those hips. As the mobility improves, you're going to need glute strength to stabilize that new mobility in your pelvis, and you're going to need motor pattern work to help you understand the pivot, which was last month's newsletter or maybe the month before, okay? Check that out, all right? If you have questions, let me know. If you have ever been told you're a swayer or a slider, or you come out of posture, something's probably going on at the hip. Let's get in the gym for a physical assessment. If I haven't seen you in a while, maybe it's time to reassess, all right? My information is below. Finish the golf season strong. Talk to you soon.